Welcome to Hope Endures vs. Zalgas Den. This is the same Craglorn dungeon that I ran through with the sorcerer Ciemethia. I wanted to show how a different class could take on the same dungeon and where things were similar and where they were different. So first I was going to start off with Hope's build. In the first position on her sword and shield bar, she has Radiant Glory. That's an execute. Does a lot of damage to targets starting at 50% health. Her next ability is Puncturing Sweeps. That's her main bread and butter attack. It's a cone, so it can hit more than one critter, and it heals her back for the damage done. Breath of Life is the Templar heal. Very big heal. Useful in combat because it's instant cast. Just a great power. Structured Entropy, which Ciemethia also had, is a damage buff, hit point buff. Inner Light buffs Magicka and gives her spell critical. And Ice Comet's an offensive ultimate attack. On her resto bar, she has Practice Incantation, which is a healing ultimate. She's also double barred Inner Light, because that way she doesn't have to worry about toggling it on and off. Purifying Ritual is a AoE that she can put down that takes away status effects and heals. Breath of Life is double barred because it's the primary form of defense she has. Channel Focus is another ground-based AoE. That increases armor. And Force Siphon is an ability from the resto bar that lets her get back resources, but I don't think she uses it here. So we're going to switch back over to Sword and Shield. No particular reason for that. Ideally, she'd be working with dual wield, but she's currently trying to build that up because dual wield's already full. And we start off with the little crab minions. They don't have much health. They go down really easily to Puncturing Sweeps. You can see she's shifting around to try to keep them in the cone attack, which is kind of a big thing with using that, or any sort of limited area effect skill. Starting off with Structure Entropy on the alligators, and again, moving around to keep them grouped up. I want to be able to hit as many of them as possible with Puncturing Sweeps. And you can see the benefit of that is her hit points are at 100% now. She's barely being injured by them because she's healing up as fast as they can hurt her. Now we've got our first snake boss, 100,000 hit points. Unlike Ciemethia, Hope doesn't switch to a specific single target ability separate from her AoE because Puncturing Sweeps is just that good. She can afford to use it as a single target attack. It doesn't heal quite as much that way. And when things get low, she can switch to Radiant Glory. Now in this case, because she wasn't able to interrupt the snake, I could have bashed it, but I didn't. The snake was able to heal, and you saw it was able to heal through the Radiant Glory. Normally Radiant Glory would just erase the thing's hit points, and you'll see that in one of the later mobs. But for this pack of alligators, it's back to Puncturing Sweeps and running around, trying to keep them all grouped up. Again, when you get down to one left, she could have switched to Radiant Glory, but sometimes it's just easier just to keep throwing the Puncturing Sweeps attack. It's okay to make little mistakes like that, especially when you're alone. You don't get punished for them that much with an easy group like the alligators, but you will get punished against much harder groups. The snake is, again, kind of a textbook fight. You try to tail swipe, tried to get out of the range with Hope, didn't quite make it, but wasn't that big a deal. Puncturing Sweeps healed me up, and then a little Radiant Glory to finish him off. I throw down a Purifying there to knock off his venom. Not really needed, just to do it. One last snake boss. We start with Structure Entropy again, back to Puncturing Sweeps. You can see a lot of the fighting is very simple. It's use these basic abilities in the same way and react to what the mob is doing. And if you don't react perfectly, you can get by. There, I reacted right. He tried to heal up, and I bashed him. That interrupted his heal and made the fight easier and over quicker. You can see her hit points aren't going down below 80% ever and are lingering up around 100. Now we've got the Lamias, bigger group of them. They're a little tougher than the crocodiles and more of them aggro at once. I guess that really is just one group because this is the second time that all of them have aggroed together. But they clump up reasonably nicely, moving around a bit to make sure that happens. And the last one goes down. We loot the bodies, and the Sky Shard is ours. And that's basically all there is to getting through the regular parts of a group delve. Sky Shard's claimed, and we're good to go.